At Jesus' time, the Jews that were in the crowd were listening to him, and you heard in the gospel, the very first line, what is this guy talking about? He's going to give us his flesh to eat? His body and blood? And that was the problem in the early church among many of the pagan people, especially in Rome. Because the reason the Christians were persecuted in the early centuries, a very first reason was because they thought they were cannibals. They ate their founder. And they couldn't believe that, that this was a God. No, he was a man. He died on a cross. And they're eating his body and blood. They're cannibals. Well, do you eat beef? Do you eat steak? Yeah, you do. Do you eat chicken? Yeah, once in a while. I bet you eat bacon, though. Everybody loves bacon. The thing is, steaks come from beef. And what does beef eat? Grass. And I'm talking about that funny stuff you smoke. I'm talking about the green stuff on the ground. Or that grows higher and they cut it and they form hay out of it. That's what they eat. Chickens, you don't want to know what chickens eat. They eat anything. And hogs are even worse. They eat slops. They eat the leftovers after they milk the cows and separate, all the layers. We used to have to take the pails of slop that was left over after we put it through the churner and separated everything. You have to take the slop and go out to the back to the pig pen and give it to the hogs. So that's what you're eating. You're eating grass in the form of hay. You're eating something that you don't want to know about, and you're eating slops. Because you're eating cows, you're eating steak, chicken, and fish, and bacon. And they all come from those animals. Well, those animals eat food so that they can grow. And we eat food too, for our bodies. Probably every parent knows the trouble they have with kids who, I don't like that. Right? Yeah, you do, yeah, you have that. I made that mistake once. I don't eat that. My mother said to me, Carl, people are starving in Europe. I picked up the plate and I said, send it to them. I didn't sit down for a week. I should say I couldn't sit down without a pillow under me. You ate everything on your plate. That you had to grow up big and strong, and you had to drink your milk. Right, kids? Yes. Just say yes. I know you do, because that's what I had to do. But Jesus gives us a different kind of food. At the Last Supper, which is the Seder meal, he took bread and wine, and by the words that he says, the words that we use in the consecration, this is my body, and this is my blood. And we consume the Eucharist as a spiritual food for our souls, to help us grow spiritually. Another aspect is that it forms us. It forms us into church. By eating the body and the blood of Christ, which the Eucharist is, we take on aspects of Christ in our world. In other words, we are the church in our world. Not just in this building, not in these four walls, but out there, outside. Outside in your daily life, you are church to everybody that you come in contact with. Because you take the body and the blood of Christ here, and you consume it. And that's what you become. You become Christ to our world. We are, by our baptisms, we are commissioned to be Christ in our world. And that's what we celebrate today. We celebrate the body and the blood of Christ. We celebrate our being church.